Welcome to Kimmy's World. Thank you all for being here today. We are here today to clear up some missteps that happened. Not on our, maybe a little slight on our part, but we're going to clear it up. Before I get into it, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and add my co host, who is Tawana G. What I would like each and every one of you to do right now is to go ahead and share this live. Go ahead and share the live. While you're sharing the live, um, if you would go ahead and subscribe to Tawana G's YouTube channel. Let's try to get her to 1,000 subscribers. While I'm talking about this, I guess I need to clear some things. What's up, mods in the building? What's up, Simply Travel with me? And we have Raw Truth and Uncut. Thanks for being here. And they said they just shared and they are a new subscriber. Thank you so much
Yes, she
for the channel.
is. I
We
saw that.
appreciate you. So, the first thing I want to get out is I've been hearing a lot of things. People have been leaving comments. Y'all doing this for clout. Clarence Freeman has said that I am doing this for clout. He called my channel a what do you call it? A low budget. I don't know.
Girl,
He called my channel a low budget channel, but I
I got
just
my
want to
wine. I got my wine today. I'm not playing with
see.
them today,
Y'all
girl.
pray for it because I got some water right here. I'm playing. But first, I want to set the stage here. The way I got to where I am today, and then we'll talk about how Tawana and I came together. The way I got here is I was on the Unwind with Tasha K. And I saw because I was a wino, y'all, a loyal wino. I have been following Tasha K for years. Okay, I enjoy watching Unwind with Tasha K. Let's be clear. Okay, so I saw a video that was aired about Chantel Freeman. I'm like, who is Chantel Freeman? I had never heard of her. I've never heard of her story. And so I was on the Tasha K app and I watched this video air with Clarence Freeman. I actually was like, what in the entire world? I saw interviews with the brother. I saw interviews with the soon to be ex wife. And it was mind blowing, y'all. It was mind blowing. I was like, oh my God, who is this Chantel Freeman? I was like, and why she lying on her daddy? That's where I was. And so I began to like once all of this aired, and this was not aired to the public, mind you. This was aired with the winos. If you're a wino, you know what I'm talking about. So when Chantel Freeman, like all the winos was waiting for this Chantel Freeman interview to drop. So when it dropped this Friday evening, I believe it was, y'all, I ain't even gonna say about the date. But when it dropped, I was stunned, like, this girl lying. Tasha K done railroad her. I'm like, what? And so instantly go to the chat. Go to the chat and people have their little things to say here and there, blah, blah. And many of you all know, if you've been following Kimmy's World, y'all know I made videos about Chantel Freeman saying that I do not believe her and blah, 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 blah. Y'all know that, okay? And shout out to everyone who's tuning in from Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Anyway, and hey to everybody in the bushes. But so Clarence Freeman, that Friday night, once that interview aired, Clarence Freeman began to go in. And he was like, Chantel Freeman, well, his daughter had dropped some receipts, a polygraph actually at the time. The polygraph was incorrect. And I was like, wait a minute, who is this Chantel Freeman? So somebody in the chat dropped her Instagram username. So I go and find her Instagram and boom, she's posting nothing but receipts. And I was like, what? I was like, oh crap, she got a whole polygraph out here. And so I get in the chat. I'm like, oh, she posted a polygraph. She passed the polygraph and blase, blase, blase. And then they were like, that's the incorrect polygraph. It's got the wrong date of birth. It's polygraph places. Clarence Freeman saying a lot of this. Polygraph place is closed. So I go the next morning, I get up, get the phone number to the polygraph place, call the polygraph place. Indeed, it is open. It was open for the day of business. Okay. So while I am in the chat disputing, Tawana had posted something. I can't remember what it was, but she had made a post and everybody, she probably had 200 comments under her post. And this is on the Tasha K app. This is not on YouTube. It's on the app. It's a paid app. And so I'm like, who is this Tawana G? So I'm commenting up under there because Clarence was giving her the business and everybody else, demeaning all types of women in the chat. So anyway, so he giving everybody the business. So um I'm sitting on this information about the polygraph, and everybody was like, because I was like, well, I'm gonna call the polygraph place on Monday. And I believe Tawana G was like, well, let me know. She didn't know me. She was like, well, just let me know, let us know, like, what's the result of it. So I think I waited to maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not really for sure the day. And by that time, I let them know the polygraph guy, in fact, emailed me. The document was in fact authentic. And this was only for my personal, um, a personal reason. It wasn't to bring it to social media because this is not a topic that I cover. I cover trending topics with celebrity gossip. We don't cover this. So, beknownst to me, I'm gonna hit the disclaimer. I promise you, I'm gonna hit it. Beknownst to me, I get a inbox from a alleged ex-girlfriend. And she's dropping receipts, y'all. And I'm like, what the crap? So by this time, Chantel, no. By this time, I retracted my statement of not believing her and I put out a video. I think I'm kind of ahead of myself, but I put out a video and I say that I'm sorry, you know, to my followers. I'm sorry to y'all because I reported the incorrect information because that's who I am. I'm about integrity. I could care less about views. My name, my word is my bond, and I stand by that. And so I was apologizing to my viewers, right? So Chantel inboxes me. Yeah, that's what happened. She inboxes me and she said, I saw your video. I'm crying. I'm in tears. You are the only one who is supporting me. She told me that. And I felt bad. I felt so bad because I was giving her the business, y'all. And that video has gotten so many views because I was giving her the business. So anyway, mind you, a few days later, ex-girlfriend reaches out to me. She dropping receipts, and I am like, what in the world? So now I'm like, oh crap. And I still wasn't gonna release the receipts. The ex-girlfriend wants me to release them. I didn't want to because I was scared. Because I'm like, I don't want to be in this mess. I really don't. And so I started to tell Chantel some of the things that I had received, the documents I had received. And she was like, wow. And she started telling me more about the story and she started to break it down. And then I sat on it. I sat on this information. And Chantel and the ex-girlfriend continued, they weren't like, are you gonna go live? But they continued to contact me, filling me in on bits and pieces of the story. And I did not want to do it. I sat on it for a whole week because I was afraid. Like, I'm gonna be real. These YouTube streets, social media, it's a dangerous place for content creators. And I did not want one, I just didn't want to put the information out. But my daughter, she called me and she said, Mama, she said, you got these receipts. You need to go live and you need to talk about it. Stop being scared. And when my daughter told me that, boom, that's exactly what I did. Matter of fact, I reached out to Tawana before I went live, and I was initially gonna like wait a few days, we get the show together, or what have you. But when my daughter said that, I said, I gotta go live now. I got to go. I cannot sit on this anymore. So I believe I reached out to Tawana G on TikTok. I reached out
I
to her
think so. I think that's how we no, no, we talked on I I don't
on
remember. I don't remember actually
we
because we didn't
talked on
talk on
I remember.
everything.
I reached out to you on TikTok.
Okay.
And I was like, I said, because I didn't know you were on Instagram. So I reached out to her on TikTok and that's how we collaborated.
Yeah.
But I put out the initial story over a month ago, and y'all, it was hard for me. And since that time, this is before Tawana really got in the picture. Since that time, I have been harassed by Clarence Freeman on
Mm,
every social media platform. And I didn't know. That's the thing. I didn't know. The only platform where I saw his comments, to be honest, is YouTube. Because
oh, you only
I
saw
wasn't
him
really
on
trying to
TikTok.
I wasn't
Mm,
trying to grow my Instagram. And I was on
okay.
TikTok. I have 4 different social media platforms and I have different numbers on each one. And my biggest number is TikTok. So that's the one I was giving the most attention to. And so anyway, he's been harassing me for over a month. Every post that he has tagged in on Instagram. He has tagged my name, every single post, just all kinds of stuff. He's releasing videos of Chantel. He's really all top. He even inboxed me. Okay,
Mm,
so I decided. So I wasn't gonna cover anything else about Chantel Freeman. Period.
right.
Chantel calls me on Friday. She calls me on Friday and she said, Miss Kimmy, I just received some documents. And I'm like, what documents? She's like, because she called me Miss Kimmy. She said, Miss Kimmy, I received the documents from the state of Florida. I'm like, ooh. And so I'm on the phone with Chantel, not to release anything. And she's telling me some of the things that are in this document. Now, many of you all who have been following Tawana and I going live, going over this document, y'all already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about for the ones who have showed up today that do not know what's going on. So, So I give Chantel some advice and I tell her what to do. Okay. And so what happened, Tawana? I believe I know what happened. I continued to look at those documents
Mhm,
and I don't know if I called you or inboxed you and I told you about what had taken place, about the documents. I asked Chantel, would it be okay if I shared it with Tawana? And I shared the documents with Tawana. We started to come through the documents to try to see because Tawana and I, that's what it was. Tawana and I both were trying to figure out if all this happened to Chantel, because we were still kind of up in the air, even after I aired the receipts. If
mhm,
all this happened, why is this man free? As
right.
many of you have thought the same thing. Why is he free? Why is he free? We couldn't figure it out. So
Mm,
we come through that 56-page document on Friday night. And it dawned on both of us what the issue was. Okay, let me hit the disclaimer. So under Section 107, this is fair use disclaimer of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. You can read the bottom paragraph if you like, and we will stop the fair use disclaimer, and I will run the banner at the bottom. So Tawana and I both saw what the issue was, but we still was trying to figure out like what the heck, why he's not being how come he's out? So we saw in the document that we went over for the past 2 days, that Clarence Freeman had herpes. He was diagnosed with herpes according to the medical documentation. And Chantel Freeman had genital warts. Those are two different sexually transmitted diseases, right?
mhm,
So
mhm.
I inboxed Clarence Freeman. I inboxed and I think I really have to go over this right now. I inboxed Clarence Freeman and I asked him, and no, no, because I've already read it. I basically asked him, "Do you have genital warts?
Yeah. You
Do you have
did.
genital warts?" I said, "I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to pry. It's for
Mhm.
a reason because I
Mhm.
wanted to know.
Right.
Why did I think you were gonna tell me the truth? I don't know. So we go through this long conversation, right? He's trying to deviate from what I'm actually asking him. He giving me different things he's talking about. Y'all can go see the text message. I dropped them yesterday on part 2 at the tail end of the video. But he's saying different, but I'm sticking to the topic. X, Y, and Z, the document says this. And I really don't think he thought I had the document. Because
Mm.
at first he was responding quickly, really quickly. And when I dropped the document, baby, it slowed down real quick. Like he had to think about it, like, oh, she got the documents. Oh yeah, I got them. And so I guess, he figured he come bulldoze me. So he called me a stupid bitch. He went on to demean me as a woman.
Mm.
He began to disrespect me. He said, "I'm gonna have a field day with you, baby." I didn't know what that meant. Field day? How you gonna have a field day with me? What do you mean field day? Those just words. And I'm a married woman. And when a man starts to demean another man, my husband has to take control then.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Now, since you want to demean me as a woman, you can now talk to my husband. I'm gonna let my husband deal with this issue because I'm not dealing with it no more. Not that I'm threatening him. I would never threaten him. Why? I have no personal invested interest at all. I just want the truth Be- because allegedly this particular young lady is has been violated by someone. And I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah.
let Tawana go ahead and talk, and then we'll go to where we are today. Go ahead, Tawana. I'm sorry.
Let me say this. I appreciate that background because also, again, I'm watching Tasha K live. I'm still a wino. I know it sounds weird, but I am still a wino though. Like I'm still listening. But here's the thing, I'm watching this and I don't know why this particular story resonated with me, but it did for some reason. I made a comment and it got like it got like 300 now. Like 300 comments. People were just drawn to my comment. I honestly do not know why. So that comment, Clarence Freeman, which is Chantel's father, kept responding to me in that comment. And he kept refuting everything I was saying. Cause I was basically like, dude, you're lying. I could tell you're lying. You're monotone, you're looking down, you're not really giving a lot of details. And on top of that, he didn't produce any physical receipts that I could see. Tasha K should have revealed them if she had them. So I'm going back and forth with him. So what happened was I ended up googling Chantel Freeman. And when I googled Chantel Freeman, AJ, that's my brother. He gonna call me out. When I googled Chantel Freeman, what happened was her breakbeat media interview came up, and then on top of that, her actual IG came up. So I went to her IG, but then also I was on Clarence, the brother's IG before he got off of it. So he was commenting under someone. So someone was like making comments under a post. Clarence Freeman, her brother, was commenting back. And he was like, she crazy. Like he was just saying all this crazy stuff, right? I didn't screenshot it because at that time I didn't know how important it was. Now I'm like, dang, I should have screenshotted it. However, he was screenshotting it. However, eventually he ended up getting off of IG or whatever, right? Um, but I will say this
Simply Travel me said, I'm not a wino and proud of it. Listen, I'm sorry, y'all, but I was a wino, and I'm not here to bash Tasha
listen,
K.
I am a wino because sometimes the TV so good, y'all. I'm sorry, it just be so good. But also, I have been in content creation for so long. I know people probably like, dang, she just started her channel so small. Yes, my channel is small because I've always been a collaborative YouTuber. And I have been in a crazy YouTube space for so long. And this is my first time venturing off by myself. So now that you see Tawana G, you're like, oh, her channel's so small, like she just started. I have been doing stuff for a long time. If y'all go on my channel, y'all will see my content from before when I was like active and when I was doing stuff, and I didn't delete it. But now that I'm just like in a totally different realm and space. I just want to do something totally different. So I am in the pop culture business. So yes, this is not typically what I talk about, but anybody who knows Tawana G, you know I do not play with no pedos. I don't play with no molesters. I am not the one. I will go in. I do not like predators. So I will like, and everybody knows they be like, "Oh, Tawana, she about to go in. She about to go ham." Because I will go ham on one of them. Okay, so this story resonated with me, and I'm like, I have to talk about this because this is something that's important. And so it's all about, to me, just making sure that her case gets out there, that this situation is heard, and that her voice is clear. I don't know why anybody would accuse us of wanting clout over this. Like, this is not what this is about.
Let
This
me
is
tell
no,
you something.
I
Let me
don't
tell y'all
believe that.
something. Let me tell you how much that I have a bad disdain about reporting this topic. This has brought me a lot of unwanted stress. Many of y'all know I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm a prior service. I am a military. I'm an Army veteran.
Thank you
But
for your service, Kim.
oh,
Thank
you're
you for your
welcome.
service.
But don't play with it because I get you over here. Anyway,
Okay, I know that's right.
but I am a military veteran. I was attacked by two pit bulls, and I have post traumatic stress disorder. So I try to keep my environment controlled. I
Yeah.
try to keep it control. I try not to get angry. So that's why I don't be in the comment area except on YouTube. Nobody is not going to bully my subscribers. You're not. You're not going to be in there. You're not going to tell anybody that they stupid, they dumb, they burnt. That's not going to happen. I will delete your comment because I don't have time for foolishness. But that's why I didn't see what Clarence had been tagging me in for a month. I had not seen it. But
I was like, Kim, he didn't tag you to like, this was like 20 posts. He tagged her to almost every post that he posted. And I know Kimmy was like,
and
"What is Tawana G chop liver? She on the live with me
exactly
saying
why what he did a live this morning talking about me. And
he
I'm like,
ain't say nothing
wait a
about
minute.
me.
So what was on the live with me? Why am I out here hanging to dry by myself? That ain't fair. I was getting
He
ready to
ain't
say,
said nothing.
Clarence Freeman, why you ain't bringing up Tawana G? Because she had more to say. I was saying he was innocent. Tawana was like, wait a minute.
Like,
But
nah.
anyway,
I ain't gonna totally listen. What I feel is what I goddamn feel. Okay, he can go on. But see,
so
me and Clarence had our little back and forth. I guess he understand my position. I don't know why he just left me alone at some point, but he understands my position because I have not backed down. I'm like, listen, if you give me some documentation, let me look at it. If
and that's
it shows something different, I'm open to that. I'm not closed to seeing a different side. What I see right now, it's making me see exactly what happened to Chantel, and that's why I see her as a victim.
and
I
so
see her as a victim.
And so that's exactly what I was telling him when he was on YouTube. I kept telling him, you are more than welcome to come on the platform to tell your side of the story. If
Yeah.
you have documentation, email them to me. I will put it out. I got to be fair. But if I only know I have all the other receipts talking about your character, and if y'all don't know about the receipts, go back to see uh, I survived Clarence Freeman. That's where all the receipts were posted from the
Mhm.
ex girlfriend to the wife to the brother. All the receipts are there. But since Tawana and I have been going over this document, it has left a bad taste in my mouth. I cannot sleep because I hate when children are abused. This when I tell you, if I didn't have to cover this topic, I wouldn't.
That's right.
Listen, I wouldn't cover this topic, but I don't play about children being abused. And I felt a moral obligation since I had these receipts. I had to go live. I had to speak up and say something because I was not going to be a partaker of the person who continually is victimizing her.
I'm not doing that either.
Somebody gotta
Mm-mm.
say something. And
Yeah.
so guess what? I got a big mouth. I ain't gonna shut up. Trust and believe. When those pit bulls attacked me, I fought them bad boys off. And thank to God, there was a guy who was able to pull them off. But baby, I fought for my life. And anybody know about pit bulls, you know they don't turn her loose. They don't let go. And that's how I am in life. I'm like a pit bull. My daughter has my number saved in her phone as Mama Pit Bull. I won't turn it loose. When I strongly believe in something, I will follow it to the end. And that's how I feel. And Tawana is the exact same way as me.
Mhm.
So now we're linked up. Over the weekend, we spent 5 hours on breaking these documents down. I'm talking about breaking them down to the ground, y'all. And so the reason why we have a live today is because Clarence Freeman said that he was exceptionally clear. And I might play some of it. Should I play some? I can do that.
Yeah, go ahead. I think we can play a little clip, right?
Truth be told, no. You know what? I don't
You
want no
ain't
reason
doing
for
that.
my I
You
don't
don't
want
want no
no
problems.
mm-mm. I don't want no striking going on over here because y'all know YouTube don't play about that. I do not want to be struck by
I
nobody.
don't think IG is by the same clause, but I don't know because I do. Okay, so
I
we
live on YouTube. I'm live on Instagram right now.
oh, you are okay. We read the 56-page document, right? But there was a little part. Did you have the part up, Kim? Do you have
Girl,
it?
don't play with me. I'm ready. Here you go.
You ready? Yeah. I think it's important for us to say that because I think we didn't highlight it enough in our video to show you guys that it said the case status at the bottom of this.
Can everyone see the document? If you can see the document and it's big enough where you can read it, say yes in the chat.
I think you should put it a little bigger. And this is for the blind people. This for the I got
Like,
some glasses. Just a little bit. Can you do it like make it a little big? There you go. There you go. That's it. Now you can go up a little if you want so we can see.
everybody,
Mhm.
don't
Thank you,
play with you. Say
AJ.
you better say that.
Thank you, AJ. That's
You
listen.
know what? And I just want to continue to say it ain't no clout going on over here. There is
Oh,
no clout. Baby, I don't need clout. I'm doing this because I have a passion for it. I and this is not something that I commentate on. This is not. These past few stories I've been doing, this is not what I do. I don't know if the Lord is trying to lead me in this direction and say you need a help victim. I don't know what it is. She said, "It's tiny on my phone, but I can see it." Girl, I can't blow it no bigger than that to be so big. You might need to put some glasses on, Texas.
I need my glasses.
Let me see.
Go up. Yeah, there you go. That's it. Go up some. Go up some though. So
That
we
big enough?
yeah,
Okay.
but go up. Go up. There you go. And then we can see.
So
Okay, good.
the
Then we
first,
can see that.
we have the one thing we got to do before I sound like Eric Mace. I got to do it. So one thing we gotta say before we say the exceptionally clear,
Mhm.
Clarence Freeman made reference to. He said, Kimmy's World, you need to you didn't read the document. Y'all just sped right through that. It says that I didn't have any herpes. The document said that. I want
That's
y'all
what
to
he
read this.
said. That's what he said.
This actually says, and it's this particular, I'm gonna see if I can highlight it. Can I highlight it? Oh crap. Let me see if I can. Oh, I can. There it go. I can. Look at there. Uh-oh. So this says numerous attempts were made to get copies of the jail recordings Clarence Freeman made reference to with negative results. Now, many of y'all may be like, oh, it said negative results. It said, I'm reading it again for people because reading is fundamental. Clarence, this is for you.
'Cause
Reading is
he watching.
fundamental.
Oh,
Oh,
Clarence,
you
you watching.
oh,
Clarence know. He know what we talking about today.
how you doing? But reading is fundamental. So let me break it down for you because he said I got one of those uh some type of bootleg law degree. I'm gonna read it slow for you.
Clarence
Numerous
Clarence tried
attempts,
to read you. He really tried to, like, read
numerous
you.
attempts were made to get copies of the jail recordings. Did you see that, Clarence? Jail recordings. Clarence Freeman made reference to with negative results. Now we're gonna go back and we're gonna show you what we're
Yeah, because
talking
I
about.
feel like Clarence thought this meant he had negative results.
Yeah, he thought he ain't had no herpes.
He said he said at the end of it, it said I was negative. No, sir. That's not what that's saying.
Listen, the state of Florida has determined that was a lie.
That was a
World,
lie, Clarence.
that was
So,
a lie.
can I just talk about that, clarify
Yeah,
that?
go ahead, girl.
So, I know you're gonna go up and show
I'm gonna
him,
find it.
but there was an earlier mention of the detective going to prison to actually interview Clarence at the prison. Clarence told him, "No, my lawyer said do not speak about this, whatever," right? So what he did tell the detective was, "Have you subpoenaed the jail recordings?" In the jail recordings, he tried to insinuate there was some evidence between him and a conversation with Chantel that would switch this whole thing around. And so in this, the detective had been trying to get those recordings the entire time. She's like, "Hey, can I get this recording?" She's trying to get it. And every last time she's trying to get this recording, she's being met with some, "Oh, wait, we can't get it this day, whatever, whatever." So then it finally was determined that the recording didn't exist, right? There was no recording, and it didn't exist because whatever was malfunctioning during that time. And I think we have it all in the notes. I
So,
think the
mhm.
detective was just like clarifying that she was unable to ever get this recording. But Clarence put on his Instagram that that meant he was negative and he had no STD.
So Clarence, this is for you, sir, because I don't disrespect people. Hey, maybe that's the military in me. I do not disrespect people because I want respect to the highest. Do not disrespect me. But anyway, this on Monday, November the 17th, 2003, I received via inter-office mail the medical records of Clarence Freeman from the Polk County Jail Correctional Medical Service sent via the SAO. The medical reference may reference to his diet, his ankle, a stinging sensation when he urinates, swollen hand, spider bite, and various ailments. I noted no mention of herpes simplex. Note the handwriting is hard to decipher. See correctional medical services history and the screening for further information. She noted that the jail said that they saw no mention of it in his documentation from the jail, but he wasn't clear for negative results. Let's see. 11 on Monday, 11/10/2003, ASA Abney telephoned and advised he had received the medical records from Bartow Memorial Hospital concerning Clarence Freeman. I responded to the state's attorney office and picked up the medical records. Upon reviewing the medical records of Clarence Freeman, the medical records indicated he was treated 11303 in the emergency room for, how can I say this without getting flagged? PENILE, pain caught in zipper. The medical records indicated Freeman was diagnosed with PENILE, ulcerations, and herpes simplex type 2. See Bartow Memorial Hospital medical report. Let's go. And I just want to show with the ex wife.
She said multiple times that she had it, even in her interview below.
because actually the examiner did not. I don't believe he got the medical records from the ex-wife. I don't think he did. Did he?
No, he never got the medical
He
records.
never got the medical record.
It was just her verbally
Her s-
saying that
her
she had
sworn
it.
testimony.
It was just her
Hold on,
sworn
let me.
testimony. She said she had it. Nobody would say they had it if they ain't have it. I just don't believe that.
Well, this was a sworn testimony. I can only go with what the document says.
I
It's a
don't
sworn,
believe she would say that if she didn't
and
have it, right? I mean,
and the
it
re-
doesn't make sense.
and the reason why I want to say it was sworn here it says, "Can I get you to raise your right hand and swear or affirm that you'll be telling us today is the truth to the best of your knowledge?" She said, "Yes, ma'am."
That's right.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go down to now. I understand what these documents say here, but Chantel Freeman has put her life on public display. She has posted medical documentation of her statuses up until this point, and
Yeah.
she posted for the world to see. So if Chantel can do that, why won't you post yours? Post documentations that you don't have it. But why would they say you had it here and your ex-wife have it? I sure wish I could talk to his ex-wife.
I mean, we
Excuse
have
me.
enough. It says it here. I mean, the wife, she said it in her own words. This is actually someone typing out a recording of what she verbally said. I mean, it's clear as day here that she was diagnosed or
Okay.
that she had simplex 2, the same as Clarence, and that from her knowledge, she received it from Clarence. Okay, let's say he received it from her. Regardless, one they have it. That's what he doesn't. He's just like denying completely that he had it.
Okay, hold on. I think I'm coming to it.
Because she
Give me
said
a
it like
second.
toward the end.
Okay. 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 So okay, the reports I've looked up as far as I'm concerned. Okay, no. Oh, that's not it. Mm-mm. That's the uncle. Well, we can also talk about again. No, I ain't gonna go into that no more.
There you go. Yep.
Okay. So the only thing uh, so Newsom said, okay, do you know how she would have gotten the genital warts? Blank said the only thing I could think of is Clarence had been infected and he did this to her. Newsom, okay, do you know if he has anything? She said, blank, he won't tell me, honestly. He will not tell me. He tells me because of the fact we went to the hospital one time. He really was ugh, he was really messed up down there. The doctor kept stressing herpes, 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 and he kept getting me very upset, and I had to walk out the bedroom. The doctor would talk to him in the room, and when I came back, Clarence was telling me, he doesn't understand why he keeps stressing herpes. In reality, that's what it looked like, and I didn't know that that's what it looked like until after I started getting breakouts and Newsom. Okay, so you have breakouts now? Yes, ma'am. Newsom. Okay, so he had them first? Yes, ma'am. Newsom. And then you got them from him? Yes, ma'am. Newsom. Okay, do you know where he contracted them from? And she goes on to say she does not know. I'm just paraphrasing because we're not going to dissect this document again. She doesn't know he was sleeping with a bunch of women and blah, 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 blah. The documentation from the jailhouse, they could not confirm that he had herpes, but Bartow Medical Center did confirm he had herpes. And
Mhm.
as you all know, remember this was 21 years ago in 2003. Medical medical technology or testing was not as advanced as it is now. and I'm not really for sure. Let me see. Can you test for herpes if you're not in an outbreak in 2003? Let me see.
Yeah, look it up. I believe you can give a blood test. And a blood test will reveal that you have herpes simplex too. Skyline said, did he give other people STD? Again, we don't know. We don't know.
So Google says if a patient has no blisters or sores, providers may use a blood test to see if they had herpes.
Yep.
Well, as you know, the jailhouse did not subpoena his medical records and tell the jail to test him for herpes. They
Hmm.
just subpoena his records. So if
That's
he
right.
didn't have an outbreak, it's not going to be on his records anyway. You have to test for it. The jail
If
not
a
just going to give
person
you no
asks,
test.
if a person, when you go to a STD, let me just tell you guys, if you go to a STD screening right now, if you want to be tested for herpes or syphilis, you have to specifically say, hey, can you test me for herpes and syphilis? It's so crazy. It's not a standard test. They will not test you unless you said, hey, I saw a bump or I saw something and I don't know what it is. Then they will test you. So if you want to be, just know if you're a carrier, know if you have it, know if you know you have the simplex, they will give you a blood test. The only thing they cannot test in your blood is warts. Warts, they have to do a biopsy. They have to have an actual sample of the warts in order to give you
Well,
diagnosis.
they can test for warts now. What I looked
With the
up is
blood,
because HPV falls under that.
yeah, but HPV doesn't mean you have warts. No,
Genital warts?
no. If you have
Okay, we're gonna get
HPV,
back with y'all.
that doesn't mean you have genital warts. It just means that if you have HPV, you're more susceptible to to getting genital warts and you can spread it. But no, that's HPV and genital warts are not.
Y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never done
You
so
was like,
many
what the hell is this?
HPV goes away on its own within 2 years without
Yes,
health problems. But when HPV does not go away, it can cause health problems like genital warts
yes,
and cancer.
right. But that doesn't mean
Oh,
just
that
because
doesn't
you
mean
have it.
okay, I got you.
No, no,
I got you. I got you. I
that's
got you.
not the
Okay.
same. Mm-mm.
So this leads us up to the next thing that Clarence Freeman said. And he was proud of this one, y'all. Oh, he was so proud. Was he
Mhm.
not proud,
Oh,
Tawana?
yes, he was.
Did
He
y'all
told.
see it?
He said y'all forgot to mention this, so we want to
What
mention
we
it
forget,
today.
Tawana? What did we forget?
Oh, let's
He
just.
just, you know what? He should have just be quiet and just let us not go over this. Because this would have helped
He
him
had to
even
bring this.
more.
He
He
had to
had,
bring this up.
baby, he had to put some honey in the daggone bee nest.
You know what? You know what you should do? You
Hmm?
should actually play that video you sent me.
I don't want to get struck though, because that was on
You
video.
not. It's they not gonna struck. That's a year ago. That video.
You
You think
talking
they gonna?
about the one where they talk about exceptionally clear?
Yes, the one where it came.
No,
They gonna
I can't
strike
do
us.
that. Mm-mm.
They gonna strike
No,
us.
because there's a way that a person's like intellectual property, they can type in certain words in I don't know how to do it, but they can type in certain words, I guess when they are looking to see if you use their intellectual property and certain videos will pop up. I ain't get my video struck.
Oh, okay.
Uh-uh.
I
Girl, I'm
listen.
scared. I don't use
I will
nobody's
play it.
stuff.
I don't believe they gonna strike you, but I will play it because let me
But
say this.
I can play this. I can play the sound.
Okay, play the audio. Play the
I'll play
audio.
the audio. I will play the audio.
I'm
So let's
sorry,
remember.
y'all. They like, what are y'all talking about? Okay, we have to read
So
what it said. Go
so
ahead.
Clarence Freeman, and to
Go
his
down to the
credit,
bottom where it says what it.
you can't see it. It's there right here. I gotta highlight it. You can't see
The
it?
clearance status, but it says, it says a full statement at the very end. Remember of this chain.
It says
You're in the
Clarence. Mm.
You're on page 16. You're on page 15. Go down. No, 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 the other way. Go the other way, right? Remember at the end of the police report, it says it says exactly the statement that he wants us to read, I'm sure. Go down. Right
There it
under
is.
it. There you go. That's what he
Okay.
wants us to read.
So, to Clarence Freeman's credit, I appreciate you, Clarence, for bringing this out. I really do. I really, because you know what? I'm with you when you're right. You was right. We zoomed past this one. Um, it says case status exceptionally clear via complaint affidavit.
So from there,
Wait,
Clarence
wait, wait,
said
wait, 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 wait,
he
wait,
was
because I got some
exceptionally
shade.
clear.
I got some shade, y'all. I got some shade. So Clarence, reading is so fundamental. Clarence probably said, "Oh, I know what exceptionally means. He know what it means. Exceptionally means you did a good job." It says the definition. I'm just googling the word exceptionally.
Mhm.
Definition of exceptionally as an extremely to a great or unusual degree. She was exceptionally talented dancer, extremely incredible. He was extremely clear. It was a great and unusual degree of him being clear. That's what it means. No, it don't. Legally, that is not. He's angry and can report it. YouTube will turn your money sign yellow until they investigate. That's right. And
Mhm.
I'm not. I will not give anybody any reason to stop this information from coming out. Not whether or not I ever get paid. Because guess what? I'm a low budget content creator. He said that. I'm a low budget content creator. Hello. But I got your attention, and this low budget content creator got you tagging me in every single video. And you have harassed me, this low budget content creator, you have harassed me on every single platform.
Yeah, why he harassing you? You so low
You
budget.
harassed me
Unless you
so
pay.
much that
Mhm.
I was going to get a restraining order because I don't play about my safety. I do not play about my safety. But guess what? I don't make no idle threats to anybody. My safety and anyone else's safety is very important. There's no reason for nobody to be harassed at all. There's no reason for no violence to occur at all. If anyone is bullying Clarence Freeman, you need to stop because it did not come from Kimmy's world. If you are calling Clarence Freeman, your number, your address was not leaked on Kimmy's World because in my document that I played with Surviving Clarence,
Mhm.
I said I will not release his information. I have integrity. I won't, and I didn't. I didn't even release your face. That's how much integrity I have. I've not posted your face on my platforms. Your name, but not your face. What I'm saying is, um, if you are harassing him, you're sending him DEATH threats. You need to stop. That is wrong. You don't take matters into your own hands. That is wrong. Do not do that. Anyway, we will move forward and we're going to talk about what exceptionally clear. No, I'm going to let Tawana talk while I find the video.
You gonna find you are gonna play the video? Or you gonna play something?
The sound. I'm going to play
Okay,
the sound.
so I just think we just want to bring to your attention that Clarence wanted us to ensure that we documented and talked about that he was exceptionally cleared. Okay. He was exceptionally cleared, I will say that. But I want to explain what exceptionally cleared means, and we want to define it for you guys because I don't know if Clarence understands what exceptionally cleared means. And we did look it up because we were like, okay, exceptionally clear. What does that mean? And what does that mean for the case, etc. So, and I don't know if you're gonna put the definition up or what we're gonna do. Um,
Um, hold on. I'm going to, here it is right here.
okay. Yep. So let's
Can you
put
see
this.
it?
It's kind of small.
Mhm.
Um, it's kind of
Well,
small.
I'll read
I
it.
don't know. I don't know if people can see it, but yeah, read it because I can't. I definitely can't see it.
Let me see if I can make it big. Oh Lord, here we go. Oh yes, I can. No, yeah,
Yeah, go ahead and
crap. Mm.
yeah, they can see it. Just kind of move it over a little bit if you can. I don't know.
Shoot, it won't move.
It's kind of over to the side, so it's cutting off a
Won't
little bit
move.
more. Yeah,
Nope, it's not gonna move. Hold
you
on,
got
let
to
me
make it smaller,
bring it
probably.
down.
There
Okay,
you
that's
go.
the biggest I can get. Actually, what we did was, we went to the FBI. Well, actually, Tawana found this. I ain't find this. Tawana found it. She went to the FBI site. Can you read it? If not, I can read it. I can see it bigger here.
I will read it from my phone. In certain situations, so cleared by exceptional means, in certain situations, elements beyond law enforcement control prevents the agency from arresting and formally charging the offender. When this occurs, the agency can clear the offense exceptionally. Law enforcement agencies must meet the following four conditions in order to clear an offense by exceptional means. The agency must have identified the offender, gathered enough information to support an arrest, make a charge, turn over the offender to the court for prosecution, identified the offender's location so that the suspect could be taken into custody immediately, encountered a circumstance outside of the control of law enforcement that prohibits the agency from arresting, charging, and prosecuting the offender. Examples of exceptional clearance includes, but are not limited to, the death of an offender. So, if the offender dies before he's prosecuted, you can exceptionally clear him, right? So, they have examples: suicide or justified killed by a police or a citizen, right? The victim's refusal to cooperate with the prosecution after the offender has been identified, or the denial of an extradition because the offender committed a crime in another jurisdiction and is being prosecuted for the offense. In the URC program, the recovery of property alone does not clear the offense. So I
Okay.
just want y'all to take that in, right? I want y'all to take that in because being cleared exceptionally does not mean you're not guilty. It does not mean you are guilty, right? Doesn't mean either one. What it means is that one of those four things happened and they cannot move forward with prosecuting you for this crime. And so police officers have found a way to clear a case without taking it to trial, but to clear it off their desk, right? To say, you know what? We did our due diligence. We know who the prime suspect is, but guess what? We can't move forward. So
Don't
it's
have
just
enough
really weird
evidence.
that we don't have enough evidence. And it's
Is
weird that he's bragging about being exceptionally cleared when that is really a formality that they use, especially when it comes to SVU, which is sexually. You know what SVU mean, y'all. I'm trying not
so
to say it.
so instead of the detective, because as you can see in all the previous cases that were open in Chantel, it was unfounded. It didn't say
That's right.
exceptionally clear, it was unfounded.
That's right.
This particular case said exceptionally clear, which means Chantel can get this reopened. They did not find him not guilty.
No,
They didn't find him unfounded. She can get this case reopened, especially with all of the things that have come to light thus far.
that's right.
I'm just saying. So I'm going to play this particular for those of you all because they may say, that's so what the FBI said that. We got another video.
We
Hold
got a
on.
video, y'all.
Because I know people, they always got something to say. She said in certain situations, elements beyond law enforcement's control prevent the agency from arresting and formally charging the offender.
That's right. When
First,
this
the
occurs,
agency can clear the offense exceptionally. You better say that. and the case can be reopened.
It really can.
Hello, world. So
I don't
Clarence,
think Clarence understood that when he
so
said
Clarence, y'all listen. Clarence did this because we didn't we kept wondering. We didn't even know what it meant. Let's be clear. We didn't know what it meant.
right. We didn't know.
And so thank you. He helped us to dig and Tawana dug. And then shout out to my subscribers, man. One of my subscribers sent me this video. I'm not gonna say who she is, but she the truth. And I appreciate you, Queen. I appreciate you. But
Yes,
she
ma'am.
sent me the video and I was like, whoa, are you for real? So hold on, I'm gonna let y'all listen to it.
The video is
Look,
crazy. The video is really good.
wow. They probably told Chantel to stop talking.
Skyline
Oh,
asks, had he threatened us? He absolutely has threatened Kimmy. I won't say he threatened me. I will say he's called me names and just been kind of offensive. But I believe for sure in several instances he's threatened Kimmy.
the only thing that kind of threw me aback, and mind you, I have PTSD, baby. You messing with my safety,
Yeah.
I got an issue now, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go up. I have a whole husband. Why am I talking to this man and allowing him to disrespect me? But he said, "Oh, I'm gonna have a field day with you." I didn't know what he meant because I wasn't raised in the streets. Many of you all know my background. I wasn't raised in the streets.
Yeah.
So when I say I'm going to deal with you, that's talk to. Because, baby, I do things by the court of law. I'm not going to hire nobody. I'm not going to tell my husband to do X, Y, and Z. I am a grown woman. I don't play those type games. I don't. My safety, my freedom is very important to me. But yeah. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. How am I gonna do this? I can share screen without. Let me see. Wait a minute. Wait. What did that say? Let me go back to see what this said. It said something when I was getting ready to share it. I don't know if it said share audio. Also share audio tab. Mm-mm. I wonder if I minimize this. I'm trying to see how I can do it. Play the sound without, you know what I'm saying? How do I do that? How do I play the sound without showing the video? Hold on.
Just the audio.
Mm-hmm.
I thought when you shared it, it asks if you just want to do audio.
Let me go back.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I never done this before.
I think
Wait a
when
minute.
you present,
I think I missed it.
let me see. I don't know. I'm
It
trying to
says
look.
some screens let you share audio. Look for steps. Follow these steps to share a video with the audio.
Yeah.
I want to share the audio.
She said minimize
I'm
the video when it's playing. Yeah, there you go. Minimize the video. Just put it down and then push play. Mhm.
but then now
Man,
I can't see y'all.
y'all
I
have
can't
to
see
listen.
y'all.
Y'all have to listen to this because
It don't work.
what happened was an investigator found out that a police an entire department was using this exceptionally cleared as a way to just kind of dismiss SVU cases. And they were questioning them about this. And they're like, what's up? Why are y'all just closing all these cases out as exceptionally cleared when there is a clear perpetrator? There's a victim. There's a lot of evidence. Why aren't you guys moving forward? And so we want to show you how the police department will use this exceptionally cleared name in order to close a case and move forward without having to prosecute or without having to name a victim. I mean, name a predator. And it was really disturbing. And I want to say that thank you, Clarence, for bringing this to light. So then it made us just dig deeper and go down a rabbit hole and actually figure out what it meant to say exceptionally cleared. And now it further validates for me, I don't know about Kimmy, but for me for sure, that you guys, that there is something deeper here going on, you guys. This is,
Could you do me a favor? Could
yes,
you pull it up on your phone and play the sound? Because I
yes.
would play the sound, but my sound is distorted.
Let me because I actually listened to
Because
it
I
earlier.
can't do that.
All right, let's
Can't. Or
see
can
if
I? Wait a minute.
let me
Wait a
see if
minute.
it'll play over because I did. Let me see. Okay.
Wait a minute. I might be. I think I just
Okay.
did it.
Victims is rare, but the little-known practice called exceptional clearance allows police to get credit for clearing cases without arrests. It's something police all over the country and Georgia use, including Gwinnett County Police. Special Victims Unit Manager Lieutenant Jason Ayers and Sergeant Jennifer Richter agreed to sit down with us and explain how they use it.
Most it's too close. It's real loud.
Or above to
Is it
actually
real
make
loud?
sure that they fall in line with the categories.
In order to fall in line, police need probable cause, meaning enough evidence to make an arrest, but can't for reasons beyond their control. 11 Alive looked at the exceptionally cleared rape cases for the department in 2021, and we found in many of them, the suspect was never questioned. Can you have probable cause without even interviewing the suspect and getting the other side?
All the parties and the witnesses need to be interviewed.
If that's true, how are these cases exceptionally cleared?
Technically speaking, by statute, you have probable cause with the victim's outcry.
But we were just talking about that. He said we don't have that probable cause.
I'll ask our legal advisor.
We uncovered other discrepancies in Gwinnett. One case marked exceptionally cleared said it was because the officer thought the rape allegation was fabricated. If that's the case, it should have been ruled unfounded.
What's the harm? Like, what are we getting at here?
Is there harm in exceptionally clearing something that shouldn't be exceptionally cleared?
No.
Exceptional clearance experts say that's not true.
Well, first, it's a disservice to victims. Secondly, it's a disservice to the community. This is the polar opposite of keeping the community safe.
Gwinnett County Police gave us 25 exceptionally cleared cases to review. In most of them, they were exceptionally cleared because they said the victim did not want to move forward. That is a legitimate reason, according to the FBI, but only if police have enough evidence to arrest the suspect. If that victim hadn't said that, if they hadn't said, I don't want to prosecute, I want to continue, would there have been an arrest?
If there was evidence.
But that's the whole point, is that's exceptional clearance is saying that has to be the threshold.
True, but you got to understand.
Let's pause it right here. We went back and forth debating exceptional clearance and how it should be used for roughly an hour. Then our interview took an unexpected turn when we started talking about how police can arrest any suspect.
In order to establish evidence and to establish that guideline of probable cause, you got to understand it's not just the victim's testimony.
Police need probable cause, and then the DA
we go
has
beyond
to prove
probable
beyond
cause.
reasonable doubt. Which I guess I'm curious. Then, should the police do that? Is that really?
You have to ask the district attorney.
But if you're the ones doing it, I'm asking you, why? Why are you putting that extra threshold on yourselves?
Because
that's a thorough
it's our moral
investigation.
duty, quite frankly.
Yeah.
We can't just throw people in jail based on someone's accusation, regardless of whether or not the legal principle says that's enough.
Beyond a reasonable doubt is much harder to prove, and the responsibility of the district attorney, not the police. But by the end of our interview, Gwinnett investigators were willing to take a second look at the cases we brought them. Exceptional clearance is saying you have everything you need to make an arrest. There's just one thing getting in your way. And that's not what we're saying here.
Well, we can examine our practices and how to practice exceptional clearance. I mean, we can take a look at that, but I don't think we're using it wrongly, but we can always take a look at it and just make sure.
I hope you guys heard that, because there is an entire department who was exposed for using exceptional clearance just to close out cases. There were over 25 cases, and my thoughts and prayers are with those victims of abuse and those victims who experience a sexual assault, and they got no justice. But now I have been enlightened. Now I understand that police are closing out these cases as exceptionally cleared, as a basis of why they don't move forward with prosecuting. After they know that offense had happened, they just don't want to move forward because they feel they don't have enough evidence to make a move. What? I don't understand.
Well, really and truly, to Clarence Freeman, I'm about to say Clarence Thomas, Clarence Freeman's credit, he indeed had herpes. Yeah, herpes, according to the Bartow Medical Center evaluation when they ran the test.
And she didn't have herpes. She had another
And
disease.
she had genital warts.
That's right.
So, as you can see in the past few days, the detectives were thorough. I mean, the detective was thorough. She was dotting her I's and she was crossing her T's. But she wanted those medical records so bad because she was diligent. She wouldn't stop. She kept making phone calls. She wanted those medical records. And when she got the Bartow medical records, she also wanted the medical records that was subpoenaed from the jail. And in the subpoena from the jail, he didn't have herpes, but she wasn't looking for herpes. She was looking for genital warts.
Right.
And he had not been documented that he had genital warts. As we went through and we talked about how the ex-wife, the stepmother, spoke about Chantel Freeman had sores, blisters on the outside of her mouth. Everybody know what a blister is. I've never had a blister on my mouth. I don't have herpes. But you know what blisters are.
Right.
And she, in fact, the ex-wife, in fact, spoke about that she had blisters in her mouth. Was she tested? No. Why wasn't she tested? I'm not sure. But whatever the case may be, the state of Florida, they did not have, the police department investigators did not have enough evidence to proceed forward. So they made it exceptionally clear, not founded. Because there were grounds. There were grounds. Why would a father pull the pants down of his 8-year-old daughter between 7.5 and 8 and look between her legs when there is his wife is on the outside of the door? That's not alleged. That's in the court documents. Why would a father today be on Unwind with Tasha K and he is
Sorry, y'all.
telling lie after lie after lie? And the only way you know he's lying is when you bring out these documents. And you see, Chantel never made a report prior to this one. She didn't even make this one. She told her brother. Her brother told the stepmom. The stepmom inquired to Chantel, was it true? Chantel lied about it at first. And the stepmom said under sworn testimony that she can tell in her eyes that she was lying. She indeed admitted it. And then instead of the stepmom, instead of she just calling the police, she tells Clarence first while he's in prison what Chantel had reported. Put Chantel on the phone. And then going forward, she made a police report. And she let the police know what was going on. She was failed, but to Clarence Freeman's credit, he was exceptionally clear. So good job, Clarence. You were exceptionally clear. Thank God we know what that means now, and it doesn't mean that you did a good job.
You were exceptionally cleared. Great. And I do want to clarify that because I did not know what actually happened to this case and why it was at a standstill and did it go to trial, etc. So this answered a lot of my questions. It never went to trial. He never was found guilty or not guilty. There was no real due process. Instead, the detective decided to do the technicality and close it out as exceptionally cleared. And my only hope is that from this and bringing attention to this is Chantel can finally get justice, because whether we agree with her or not, whether we feel like she's completely believable or we have some discrepancies in some of the stories she told, what I do know is that she was 8 years old. She was diagnosed with a venereal disease, a genital disease that you only get in contact with another human being. I know that there was several attempts to pretty much like it warned us that stuff was going on. Now, not even warn us, warn DCF, warn all these agencies that something's going on. Nothing had really been founded. She's just had several complaints throughout her childhood. She's been kind of unrightfully named as a promiscuous woman who's just out here doing all this crazy stuff. So there's just so much stacked against her that I'm just hoping that this can give her some clarity and clearance. That's all I'm hoping, because
So
I think she
I
deserves it.
just want to stick to the documents. As far as I know, I want to be talk. I want to
What
stick
did
to
I say?
this particular document because whether or not she was promiscuous, that her father said, which very well could have been true. I don't know. There ain't no documents prior to the age of 8. She hadn't been touched. But if she was promiscuous,
I don't agree with that, Kim. I don't agree with that,
you
because
understand?
he said that, and the case manager said she was not having sex
At
at
8 years
school.
old, I'm saying
That's all I'm
prior.
talking about. I'm talking about
Okay,
this
okay,
document
okay,
at
okay,
8 years
okay,
old.
okay. So
He
she was
said,
not promiscuous at all prior. Period.
and according to her case manager at school, she was not having a promiscuous relationship at school. He said that that's what was happening, and her
Mhm.
case manager verified that she had not had any issues with that.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna go with the case manager because I can't believe Clarence.
You're right. You're right.
That's all
You
I'm
know
saying.
what I was saying was what I was actually saying because I probably said that wrong. I was thinking of in today's time, her being
Oh no,
promiscuous
yeah, I
now.
don't know. Right, she a
But
grown
that's
woman
why I said I
now.
want to stick to the
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But as
right.
far as when she was 8 years old, prior to that um September 2002 examination, she had not been touched, nor did she have genital warts. From there until the date Clarence Freeman went to prison was the time she had to be touched by someone. By who? I don't know. I don't know who she was touched by. All I know is she was in Clarence
That's
Freeman's
what happened. Oh,
she,
sorry, y'all. I
what?
got to mute. I'm sorry. I
She
don't know
was
what
in
happened.
I'll mute you. Oh, okay. But she was in Clarence Freeman's care. And he wanted to put she was doing prostitution. And this is why I have such a problem with I think I don't have a problem with Tasha, but I'm trying to figure out did she not read the documents that we read? How when Clarence Freeman made accusations about her having prostitution with the mother, those cases were unfounded because the detective in this case, she dotted her I's and she crossed her T's and she pulled the records. In all cases of the uncle abusing Chantel, her being a prostitute while she was in the care of her mother, all that was unfounded. She went to stay with her father from the age of 5 until. So I see Tawana has came off. Does it? Oh, simply traveling with me have a question. Were there any incidents on record in the state of Texas? I don't know. I can't answer that question honestly. I can say what I think. I think there possibly could be some cases open in Texas because I just don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. She said, and her teacher said that she was soft spoken and well
That's
behaved. She
right.
did. She
That's what I
did.
was
She
saying.
definitely
That's what I
did.
meant, LMF. Like the teacher corroborated that she had no promiscuous past at 8 years old, and that she was very quiet and to herself. And it was reported that she was having problems at school. That's what was said. It was clearly said in the Tasha K interview. I am a subscriber. I know what he said. So I'm like, nah, this is
So
cool. Yeah.
whatever is going on, someone dropped a comment. They said, do you know, I believe he meant to say, do you know if Tasha K is going to show the interview with Chantel? I don't know. I don't know. I know she put it on her platform that she had.
Freezy, from
Go
what
ahead.
we understand, no, she's not going to show Chantel's interview, but her sister interview is out right now. So her sister came onto Tasha K's platform. I have not watched it. I'm going to watch it today sometime. And apparently there's a part 6 where she's going to show an interview where the father comes back and he talks about some stuff as well. So we'll see what happens. Apparently she is not showing the Chantel interview. It's been said that she will not show the rest of it. I didn't even know there was another part to her interview. I didn't even know that until I heard it today, actually.
What was I gonna say? Oh, that Tasha K is aware of what Tawana and I have been doing. Only way I know she's aware of it,
Yeah.
because I've tagged her in the videos. I was on Instagram and I posted something in my story. Why are you looking like that? I posted something.
I might have to go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I literally
That's
may
fine,
have to
cause
go. Yeah, that's why you like, what you looking like that for?
cause I've been looking like
I
that
just
too.
wanted to come back and basically say that the exceptionally cleared was stated on the police report. I guess we overlooked that, and I wanted to make sure I was in here to support, like because we both kind of presented this document. So I want to present the entire facts about this document. I don't want to just give half truths. And also just speak to the diagnosis, because it did state multiple times that he was diagnosed with what we said he was diagnosed with. It's not that we're trying to just put a diagnosis on him. This is what was said. So I just wanted to make sure I put my 2 cents, but let me let y'all know that I'm back to my regular content, because I am done talking about this. Okay, y'all. But I wanted to support Kimmy, and I got to go because I got so much going on in this background. Y'all don't even understand, but I really wanted to come on here and support you. Thank you so much, Kimmy, and close
Oh,
it
no,
out
no, no,
strong.
no, 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 no. This was both of us.
Yes, ma'am.
Clarence already done come for me. Uh-uh. Clarence, this both of us. So you can come for Tawana too. Stay off
Okay.
me.
No, now
No,
don't
no.
come for me, Clarence, because I don't listen.
What I will say is Tasha K is aware of what we're doing. She was in my story, or one of her employees was in my story on yesterday. So she got to be aware of what's going on. So will she release it? If I was Tasha K, I wouldn't release it knowing that other bloggers have been blowing the whistle. I guess we were blowers, huh? Anyway, thanks for tuning in to Kimmy's World. I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, everything that we spoke about today was concerning the document. And thanks to Clarence Freeman for letting us know that he was exceptionally clear. If you're just coming into the video, make sure you go back and watch it. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel and engage in the comment area. Make sure we stay respectful. Anyway, y'all have an amazing afternoon, and I will see you guys later. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. 'Cause you're just that subscriber. Like and subscribe.